Let's talk about how to write and graph equations if we have a polynomial with given zeros. So we are going to write this as, this is going to be x. When x equals 7, we are going to write this as x minus 7. So our function is f of x equals x minus 7. But we want to simplify it, so we are going to actually distribute. And so that's x times x is x squared. X times negative 7 is negative 7x. Okay, so that's just with two zeros. And see how we have power of 1, power of 1. So that makes us single multiplicity, which means we have 2 total, which our biggest exponent is 2. So we have 2 total zeros. Okay, this one has quite a few more. So I'm going to start with 0 because I know I can just stick that out front. X minus 4 is going to be for 4. X minus 3 is going to be x plus 3. And then x minus 3 is going to be for 3. So f of x equals. But we want to go ahead and simplify this, put it in our general form. And that means I need to do some work here. So we have x times, I guess I'll do the x at the end. That might be the easiest way. I don't know. I'm just going to start it here. There's no right way to do it. And then let's do this guy right here. Everything's being multiplied. So it's going to be x squared, 3x minus 3x, so that's going to be minus 9. So that doesn't turn out so bad. And then x, do your FOIL, x squared times x squared is x to the 4th. And then we have x squared times a negative 9, negative 9x squared. Negative 4x times x squared is negative 4x cubed. Negative 4x times a negative 3 is a positive 36x. Okay, it does need to be in descending order. So my final answer is going to be x to the 4 minus 4x to the 3rd minus 9x squared plus 36x. There is more than one way to do this, by the way. You can do it in any order you choose. So you just decide what way makes the most sense to you. Okay, so let me go ahead and go to the next problem. All right, find a polynomial function with the given zeros, multiplicity, and degree. So we have a 0 of negative 2 with multiplicity of 2. So that means I'm going to have x plus 2, multiplicity of 2, and then negative 1, so x plus 1 with multiplicity of 1. So f of x equals. So if we want to go ahead and expand this out, it's going to be x plus 2 times x plus 2 times x plus 1. So now we've got to do our FOIL. So it's going to be x squared plus 2x is 4x. 2 times 2 is 4 times x plus 1. Okay, so we can do multiplying every term here by every term here. You can do it like that, or you can make a box and organize your work a little bit more if you'd like. So this would be x plus 1, and then this would be x squared plus 4x plus 4. So then you would multiply x squared and x make x cubed. 4x and x make 4x squared. 4 times x is 4x. 1 times x squared is x squared. 1 times 4x, so everything's actually, whenever you multiply by 1, they're just going to come down and be the same thing. All right, and so our final answer, let's put our biggest exponent first, and then combine. And so that would be our polynomial. Okay, let's go to the next one. We have a 0 of negative 4 with multiplicity of 2, so that means x plus 4 squared. 0 of 3 multiplicity of 2, x minus 3 squared. Degree of 4. Oh, I forgot to check that. This says degree of 3, biggest exponent 3, degree of 3. So that's how you could check your work. All right, so now we need to do some work. So this means x plus 4 times x plus 4. This means x minus 3 times x minus 3. So this right here would be x squared plus 4x would be plus 8x. Then 4 times 4 is 16. And then this right here, it's going to be x squared minus 3x minus 3x minus 6x. Negative 3x, or negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Okay, so now we have to multiply these. And probably doing the box might be our best method. And so this is going to be a 3-term by a 3-term. So this is going to be x squared plus 8x plus 16, x squared minus 6x plus 9. Okay, x squared and x squared make x 4. So I'm just going to multiply these. You can do it also. That'd be 8x3, 16x squared, negative 6x3, negative 48x squared, negative 70. Let me double check this one. 16 times 6, 96. Negative 96x, okay. 9x squared, 72x, and then 16 times 9 is 144. All right, so let's write our final polynomial. So x to the 4 is my biggest polynomial, or biggest degree, biggest leading coefficient, biggest exponent. There we go. Combine these, that'd be a 2x cubed. And then this diagonal is 9 minus 48 plus 16, negative 23. And then negative 96 plus 72, negative 24. Oh, this is squared. Almost forgot it. And plus 144. Okay, let's go to the next one. This says, sketch a graph with the given information. Apply the leading coefficient test. So this is to the third power. So it is odd. So our in behavior is going to be like this. And then we can find our zeros. So this would be factoring. So we have 1, 0 at 0. And then this can be broken up into x plus 3, x minus 3. So we have a 0 of negative 3 and a 0 of positive 3. So we did our leading coefficient test to determine end behavior, how it's going to look. Find our real zeros. Okay, so we have a 0 at 0, a 0 at negative 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and a 0 at positive 3. 1, 2, 3. So we know for sure it's going to be like this, like this. So it's going to have to go like a little, you remember x cubes, what they look like? They do this thing. So that's how it's going to look. So it's symmetrical. So it's going to do like this thing. We could find out what that was, and I would go to negative 1.5 to find that out, and then positive 1.5 to find out where that actually goes. So if we want to do that, let's go to, I'm going to go to Desmos. So let's say it is, let's do the -1.5. -1.5 raised to the third. And then it's -9 times -1.5. Oh, it's at 10. So it actually goes up a whole lot higher than I initially thought. It should be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it should actually go up here somewhere, which is kind of wild. Okay, so then we could change this and do the +1.5. So I'm gonna change that to +1.5. And that's also, oh, that's the opposite. It's at -10. So this one's actually going to go down. 1, 2. Oh, I'm still on that. I don't want that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's all the way down here. So that's what it's going to look like. So what we did was kind of find a middle point between zeros. And then find out where it actually goes up to. So this one went up to like 10 point blah, blah, blah. This one went down to -10 point blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go to our last question. Okay, this is to the fourth power, so we know this is even, but it is negative. So it's going to look like this somehow. Not necessarily like that because of it's being to the fourth and not squared. So I'm going to erase this and actually put it as this. It's going down and down. Okay, we will end up doing this in class. Okay, so we are done with the video for today.